Hi and hello everyone. Today we have to study the practice set 1.1 from the first lesson, that is basic concepts in geometry. Now here we have first question: find the distances with the help of number line given below. We have given a number line and by using that number line we have to find some distances. Here we have given 8 distances to find and we have to use the number line, means we have to find the distances by the observation only. Here we have given the number line and we have to use the number line, since it means that by the observation we have to write all the distances and we can easily write each and every distance. So we will write first distance BE. Distance BE. Now see the number line and how much is the distance between B and E. Here we have point B. Here we have point E. Here we have 1, 2 and 3 units. See this first part, second part and this is the third part. So distance BE is equals to 3 units. Then second distance we have to find distance JA. Distance JA. Now see both the points on the number line. Point J is here, point A is here, and now calculate the distance between J and A. Here we have 1, 2 and 3 units. So distance JA is equals to 3 units again. Then we have third distance to find, that is distance PC. Distance PC is equals to, see where is the point P. Here we have point P and point C is here. And now we have to calculate the distance PC. See here how many points are there in between, or how many distances, how many units are there, how many parts. PC is divided into how many parts, that is first part, second part, third, fourth, fifth, sixth and this is the seventh part. So PC is equal to 7 units. Distance PC is divided into 7 equal parts, since distance PC is equal to 7 units. We already studied in the previous video lecture, that is distance is never negative, and if 2 points are not distinct then the distance between them is always 0. Here we have to find the distance JH. Distance JH is equals to, see where the point J, here we have point J and then point H. See we have one part between J and H. Distance JH is divided into one part only, since JH is equal to 1 unit, not units, that is 1 only. So we write unit only, and if it is more than 1 then we have to write the units. Grammatical part, that is we have to remember that. Then we have to find distance KO. Here we will write distance KO is equals to, how many parts are there between K and O, or the distance KO is divided into how many parts, that we have to find. Here we have K, here we have O, and see this from K to O is one part, second part and this is the third part. So distance KO is equals to 3 units again. Then we have to find distance OE. Distance OE, and now we have to find distance OE is divided into how many equal parts. See here we have O, here we have E, and in between O and E how many equal parts are there, that we have to count. This is 1, 2, 3, 4 and 5. So OE is equals to 5 units. It is very easy. Each and every student will write the answer of this question. Each and every distance you can write by the observation only. Next question is distance PJ. Now see where is the point P and where is the point J, and that distance PJ is divided into how many equal parts, that we have to observe. Here we have P, here we have J, and it is divided into 2 equal parts. So PJ is equals to 2 units. And last distance we have to find, that is distance QB. So here we write distance QB is equals to, now see where is the point Q, and where is the point B, and this distance is divided into how many equal parts here? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 and 7. So we can write distance QB is equals to 7 units. So this is all about the first question. By the observation we find the 8 distances. Now we have to study the next question, that is second question from the practice set 1.1. Second question from the practice set 1.1, that is if the coordinate of A is x and that of B is y, find the distance AB. Find the distance AB. Here in each and every example we have given 6 examples. In each and every example this x is the coordinate of A and y is the coordinate of B, and every time we have to find the distance AB. So we know that how to find the distance between the 2 points if the coordinates are given. At that time we have to use the formula, and what is the formula? Is 2 is the bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. That is the formula for finding the distance between the given 2 points. Here we have given A and B, the 2 points. The coordinate of the point A is 1 and the coordinate of point B is 7, and we have to find the distance AB. So here we will write distance AB is equals to bigger coordinate is 7 minus smaller coordinate is 1 and the subtraction is 6. So distance AB in the first example, that is equal to 6 units. Now we have second example. Into the second example we have given that x is equal to 6, that is coordinate of the point A is 6 and coordinate of the point B is 2, and we have to find the distance between the points A and B. In general, now you are not looking A and B here, so see the question carefully. Since x is the coordinate of the point A and y is the coordinate of the point B. So every time we have to find the distance AB when we have given the coordinates of the point A and B, that is x is the coordinate of A and y is the coordinate of the point B. So here we have to find the distance AB, and we do not have number line to take observation and write the answer. So here we have to use the formula, that is bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. See here 6 is bigger and minus 2 is smaller. So 6 minus 2, that is very important. Difference between the bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. Bigger coordinate is 6 and smaller coordinate is minus 2. Since we write that coordinate in bracket, since that is negative, we write it into the bracket. So it will become easy to calculate. Now this 6 remains as it is, and see this minus into minus, continuously we have 2 signs. At that time we have to take the product of those 2 signs, that is minus into minus is plus and 2 remaining as it is, and this is 6 plus 2 is 8 units. That is the distance AB in the second example. Distance AB is equal to 8 units. Now see the third example. Here again we have to find the distance AB. So we write here distance AB is equal to bigger coordinate 7 minus smaller coordinate minus 3. It is very important to write this negative coordinate in the bracket. It will become easy, calculation becomes easy. So this 7 remains as it is, minus into minus is becomes plus 3 as it is, and 7 plus 3 is 10. So distance AB is equals to 10 units. For the third example, we have example number 4, that is x is equal to minus 4 and y is equal to minus 5, that is coordinate of the point A is minus 4 and coordinate of the point B is minus 5, and we have to find the distance AB. So we write distance AB is equal to, now bigger coordinate out of these two, minus 4 and minus 5, minus 4 is bigger and minus 5 is smaller. Since the minus sign is there, the bigger number becomes smaller and smaller one becomes bigger, since both are having negative signs. So minus 4 is bigger number, so we write the bigger coordinate first, minus, then we have to write the smaller coordinate, that is minus 5. Bigger coordinate minus smaller coordinate. You can also write this coordinate inside the bracket, but since there is no sign beside -1, so this minus sign, so we are not going to put it inside the bracket. We will put -4 as it is. This minus into minus is plus, and 5 as it is. Now 5 minus 4 plus 5 minus 4, the calculation is 1. As all of you know that when we have to take subtraction, if the signs are different, if both the numbers are having different sign, at that time we have to take the subtraction, and after subtraction we have to give the sign of bigger number to that subtraction. Here bigger number is positive, since the answer is positive 1, that is distance AB is equal to 1 unit. 1 unit. Now example number 5, we have coordinate of the point A -3 and coordinate of the point B is -6. So distance AB is equal to, bigger coordinate is -3, bigger coordinate is -3 minus smaller coordinate is -6. Now calculate this. -3 remains as it is, minus into minus is plus, that is 6, and 6 minus 3 is 3, but the bigger number is positive, since our answer is also positive. Distance AB is equals to 3 units. Distance AB is equals to 3 units. And now we have last example, that is example number 6. Here we have coordinate of the point A 4 and coordinate of the point B -8. Here we will write distance AB is equal to, bigger coordinate 4 minus smaller coordinate -8. Since 4 remains as it is, minus into minus is plus, 8 remains as it is, and 4 plus 8 is 12 units. That is distance AB is equal to 12 units. Here we complete the second question from the practice set 1.1. Now we will study the third question from this practice set 1.1. Practice set 1.1, third question. Here in each and every example we have given the 3 distances between the 3 points, and we have to find which point lies between the other 2 points, and if the points are not collinear, we have to state so. The question is, from the given information, decide which point lies between the other 2 points, and if the points are non-collinear, then state so. We have given the 3 distances here between the 3 points. See the first example, distance PR is given 7, distance PQ is given 10, distance QR is given 3, and we have to determine whether these 3 points are collinear or not collinear. And if these points are collinear, then we have to write which point lies between the other 2 points. So in the previous video lecture we already discussed that when 3 points are said to be collinear, if we know the distances between all the 3 points, and if the sum of any 2 distances is equal to third, we have 3 distances in all, if the sum of any 2 distances is equal to the third distance, then we are able to say that the given 3 points are collinear, and if not so, then we are able to say that the given points are non-collinear. So here we have given the 3 distances. Now here we have to observe first whether the sum of any 2 distances is equal to the third distance or not. So already we discussed that we have to put the biggest distance aside. Out of 3, the biggest distance is PQ. Out of these 3 distances, the biggest distance is PQ. So we have to put it aside, and just we have to check whether the sum of the remaining 2 distances is equal to the third or the biggest distance or not, that we have to check. So here first we will take the sum of distance PR and distance QR. So we will write distance PR plus distance QR is equal to, distance PR is 7 units plus distance QR is 3 units. So 7 plus 3 is equals to 10 units. Here distance PR plus distance QR, it is equal to 10 units. And now check the third distance whether it is 10 units or not, and it is 10 units. Distance PQ is given 10 units. So here you can remove this 10 units and we can put here distance PQ. It means that the sum of any two distances is equal to the third one. Sum of the any two distances is equal to the third distance. It means that the given 3 points are collinear, and then we have to decide which point lies between the other 2 points. So here we can first write points P, Q and R are collinear. Points P, Q and R are collinear. Why the points are collinear? Because we proved that the sum of any two distances is equal to the third one. So all the given 3 points P, Q and R are collinear. Now we have to write which point lies between the other two. Here the biggest distance is PQ. Here the biggest distance is PQ. Since P and Q are the extreme points, or you can say it as end points. P and Q are the end points of that segment. So which point lies between P and Q? Only one point is remaining, and that is R. So since P and Q are the extreme points, since P and Q are the end points, R lies between P and Q. So here we can write, see, R lies between P and Q. This R is in between P and Q. We can write this relation if and only if the given 3 points are collinear. If the points are not collinear, then we are not able to write which point lies between the other two. If we get that the points are not collinear, so no need to write this. If you try to write, you cannot write that because the points are not collinear. So this is the first example from the third question. Total 6 examples are there, but we are not going to take each and every example. I already discussed, we studied, we explained here one example. We will take one more example, and the remaining 4 examples you have to solve, because all these examples are of the same type and we do not have that much time to spend here for each and every example. Just we will take the 2 examples and remaining 4 examples you have to solve. Since all the examples are same, we will explain 2 examples only here, and remaining 4 examples you may solve in your notebook. So we will take the second example from the third question. We have given the 3 distances, that is distance RS is 8, distance ST is 6 and distance RT is 4 units. Means we have given the 3 points R, S and T, and we have to first decide whether the points are collinear or non-collinear. And if the points are collinear, then we have to write which point lies between the other 2 points. And here, how to decide that the given 3 points are collinear or non-collinear? If the sum of any 2 distances out of these 3 is equal to the third one. If the sum of any 2 distances out of the given 3 distances is equal to the third one, then we are able to say that the given 3 points are collinear, and if not so, the points are non-collinear. So here the biggest distance is distance RS, which is given 8 units. We have to put it aside and we have to take the sum of these 2. And if the sum of these 2 is equal to this, then we are able to say that the 3 points are collinear. And if not so, then we can write the points are non-collinear. So we will take the sum of ST and RT. Here we will write distance ST plus distance RT, that is equal to distance ST is 6 plus distance RT is 4, and 6 plus 4 is 10 units, And now see the distance RS, it is not 10 units, it is 8 units. It means that the given 3 points are not collinear. So here we will write, what we have to write here, we have to write that the sum of these two distances is not equal to the third one. Distance EST plus distance RT is not equal to the distance RS. Since the sum of the two distances is not equal to the third distance, the points are non-collinear. So here we can write, therefore points R, S and T are not collinear, or you can write non-collinear. So this is all about the third question. Actually we have 6 examples, but we explain only 2 examples. Now remaining examples you have to solve, because we study both types of examples, having collinear and having non-collinear. Now remaining 4 examples you have to simplify. We will take the next question, that is question number 4, into the next video lecture.